So you guys found out about Wall Street bets, huh? um, all right, guys, what's going on? Been a couple days without a video. Just been watching this madness. I mean, nothing's really following the rules as far as charts go. Uh, it's just a mess, these big things, this stuff's moving, and getting lots of questions. People that I haven't talked to in a long time ask me, "What the heck's going on? What's really going on?" I definitely haven't been with or following Wall Street Bets since the very beginning, but I have been on that subreddit for about a year following them and trading there. So it's all pretty funny to me to watch everybody start to like get into this craze and be like, oh my goodness, in this Jimmy squeeze. Um, a lot of the guys in our chat, Cody, Brady, Jared, they know, Cameron knows. I played some of this and then missed a short squeeze just by a little bit, so I'm kind of have a bittersweet spot in my heart for GameStop, but the people that are banking on it, props. Um, who knows where it's going to go? Who knows? A lot of people are saying stuff, like, oh, Wall Street Bets is saying this, Wall Street Bets is saying that. Um, and like I said, I'm no Wall Street Bet guru, but I have been in that subreddit for a long time. I browse it every single day, commented, posted, things like that. Have a decent amount of upvotes in there, my fair share in different posts as well. And you got to take everything in there with a grain of salt, and I mean everything. This is the first time that I've ever seen actually a stock be pumped by Wall Street Bets to this extent. A lot of times it's just people becoming more and more aware of a stock that's going to move, and other people jumping on the bandwagon. And say one person says, "Hey, I'm making a bunch of money here. This is what's going to happen." Other people jump on. They might get a little bit of the stock to pump, but not like anything we're seeing right now. This is a short squeeze. If you guys don't know what that is, my last video talks about what a short squeeze is, how it works, what's going on with GameStop exactly. Go check that out. I explain it pretty simply, what's going on. So let's take a look at some of these charts. Yeah, so we see GME, wild moves. Oops, that's GM. We don't want GM. We want GME. And you guys looked at the chart. Something I can't stress enough to you guys on these big movers like this, where if you want to be in and out of them quick, you can't use lines. I mean, some people it works for, but you got to use candlesticks. It's just I don't know how you do it otherwise. It's impossible to see what's really going on. Here's GameStop. See if we can't shorten this here. 1 minute chart, right? All over the place. Just wild moves. I mean, there's no really telling what's going to happen, and we went all the way 380. Close this. Why are we not seeing after hours? We should be seeing after hours. Range, interval. Where's our after hours settings? That's odd. Should be seeing it. Anyways, after hours closed 292. We saw a lot of fluctuation after hours. Huge sell-off. We really need to be able to see that because it's not going to work if we can't see that. Let's see if I can find out how to get us into after hours here. Should show it. We're in the 1 minute chart, 5 minute, 1 minute. Not showing the breaks. Anyways, 292 and after hours. We're trading all the way down in this level in here, right? And sorry, I can't pull that up. I don't use Webull charts on my PC as much as I do TradingView. But yeah, we're all the way in 292. It's a big old drop. If you have puts positions, depending on how this opens in the morning, you can play the volatility and get filled at ridiculous amounts and take profit on that. So people are like, you think it's going to keep going? What's going to happen? There's really no telling. The thing is everyone is buying GME and it's going up. Everyone's buying AMC, it's going up. BlackBerry, Nokia, these stocks that are being pumped and people are jumping on the bandwagon. The thing is, none of these traders have had a red day in the market before that are jumping in on this for the first time. A lot of these new retail traders, right? We are the retail trailers, retail traders. They never had a red day. They don't know what a stop loss is. A lot of them, and some of them might, the majority of retail traders are that were in Wall Street Bets before are actually fairly educated. That we joke around as them being retards and stuff, but they're actually fairly educated and we know what we're doing. So be on the watch for that. I don't know what really is going to move tomorrow because everything sold off into after hours and it's tough to tell. I'm still looking at EV plays. We saw Tesla reported earnings of 10.74 billion. Apple reported earnings of 111 billion. Those two are probably going to come off of dips. So That's not Apple either. Come on, charts, help me out here today. There we are. We really need to see after hours. All right, so there's Apple right now. After hours are trading 137, right? We're way down here in these levels. And after hours, 137, that's a massive dip for Apple. We're probably going to see it fill a lot of that gap at 1 a.m. when things open back up and move back to the upside. Tesla, same thing. And then I wanted to look at, what are we looking at? NAKD, naked. Right, so this closes at 138. And right now we're trading all the way up in the 221 level. So right up in here, wild. It doesn't look like much because how the chart's sitting. Give you a little bit more perspective. That's all the way up in here, right? We're looking at a lot of big moves here. This, because it had so much volatility in after hours, there was big sell-offs, there was big pumps. It pumped all the way up into the threes and back down. It could go either way at open. It could gap down. It could gap up. We could also see a pump up in, big money pre-market, and then a huge sell-off when the bell rings for guys like you and me, the retail traders. So that's a big one to be watching. And then I want to take a look at, okay, cost is still trading. If you guys want to play short positions, KOSS, take a look at that. This pumped bigger than anything at all today, but the headlines are all in Jimmy, so no one looked at it. Pumped all the way to 58.69 up there, and it started at, on the day, in here at 16, right? So it gapped from 9 to 16 and then ran, just ridiculous. It's another short squeeze, definitely. I don't know how much this is going to squeeze though. I don't think it's going to be anything like GameStop, but that's a really big move in one day. Probably going to see it move down tomorrow, and I'll probably be playing some puts on that. Also, people are going to try and pump Nokia. It's been shorted, right? People want to go out of business. Same thing, big moves today, right? Now this one got destroyed after it pumped, right? So here we see a halt, it gaps up. If you guys know what a halt is, I can make some videos on that. Let me know what you want me to make videos on. But it halted, gapped up, right? And then we see this kind of bleeding off the rest of the day. And if people that got short positions and puts up here, doing well down here. After hours, we're even lower levels in the 590s down here some more, which is below this resistance here. And into testing the levels of the beginning of the breakout, which is a really dangerous zone. It's got a hold. We don't know where it's going to sit to. These wicks don't count as anything as far as supports or resistances because they're just wicks. So we'll be looking at that. And yeah, as far as what's trending on StockTwits right now, you guys can go check that out. The live tickers, I use that a lot to look at what's going on. AMC I think has some life in it still. The reason being is because AMC was shorted during the whole COVID stuff, and if we take a look at the daily chart, and scroll way out here, right? Actually, we can even go weekly for this here. So AMC has been shorted for a long time, right? These levels in here are from 2016. Things are going down, and funny enough, some of the biggest spikes in AMC are when like the Avengers movies have released. And so it's been shorted, just beat the heck up, and then boom, we see this huge jump up to 19. Currently trading at 1461. Back to the minute charts here. 1990 at close. That is a strong close. Open was even stronger, but then in after hours we sell off, massively. So lots of big sell-offs, lots of big profit takers. Got to remember that in after hours, like I explained in chat today, in after hours the price can be manipulated a lot, or what it looks like, because low volume has the ability to change the price drastically. So yeah, really, as cliche as these names are, that's what we're going to be watching tomorrow for the big plays. If you guys want to get in and out of things, as far as playing charts and setups, which eventually this market will come down in theory, and go back to how we normally are, and there's going to be movers every day that we can find. As far as what looks good on charts, Palantir had a big breakout today. We can take a look at that, and sold off afterwards. This one was a long time coming. Palantir, 39. We're trading at 36 and close, so way down here at these levels. But I'm not too worried about that at all. Palantir is a strong stock. This stock is seriously still undervalued, even though it ran to 45 today. I believe with what they do, they're a really good company, and they have a lot of contracts in a lot of places. They've been around for a long time. They haven't been public forever, but they're a really good company. So that one, and then just your guys' solos, Candy Eyes, BLNKs, Nicola's running. If Tesla gets up and goes tomorrow off those earnings and people, buy into this dip, which they will, everybody eats the dip up on Tesla, we expect the rest of the EV market to run as well. So that's what we're looking at tomorrow. Like I said, guys, I'm not a pro, but I haven't been losing my mind too much in this because I've watched a lot of these runs happen before in Wall Street Bets. It just so happens that this one is so big, this short squeezing GameStop, that a lot of people are starting to get on the bandwagon with it. And I'm not trying to sound high and mighty um, at all. I mean, I've got the stickers, Wall Street Musks, and I have a Wall Street Bets one that I keep. I've been doing this for a while, and while I'm not amazing, I'm not a pro by any means. I do think I know my way around it. But I just hope I can be open with you guys, answer questions you might have, and things like that. Don't feel free to don't feel free to reach out to me, and I'll tell you whatever I know. But as far as is this going to go? Is it not? There's really no telling in a market like this. The fluctuations are just insane. So happy trading. Let me know if you got any questions, and we'll see you guys at the bell. Bye, Jimmy.